Alright, this week I'm going to be showing you an easy way. I've got some friends coming over this evening. We're trying to get rid of some of the old deer meat left in the freezer from last year. The season's coming up and hoping to fill it back up. So trying to find some easy recipes to keep all the friends happy and get rid of some of that leftover venison from last year. Well, we're going to start off. I got 1 pound of venison steaks chopped up real small. Makes it really easy to handle. Soaks up the flavor real well. It's going to be a very easy, very simple recipe, quick and easy to make sure that everybody's taken care of. So I've got the 1 pound of venison. I'm going to add in just a little bit of vinegar, just a touch of oil, rosemary. Now remember, on the rosemary, a little bit goes a long ways. Make sure you add a couple of tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce and some garlic salt. I like it a little spicy, so I always make sure that I crush some black pepper in it. Now you're going to mix that up and you're going to let that sit for just roughly about an hour. Just to let it soak up some of that flavor. In the meantime, I did get some of the prep work done. I do have half of an onion cut up in the small strips. Also, I have a loaf of Italian bread. Just cut right down the middle, buttered in the center, and salted lightly with some garlic salt. We're going to do these separate at first. I'm going to bake off the bread at 350 degrees for approximately 10 minutes and fry up the venison steaks and the onions to make sure that they're cooked through. And then once that's done, we'll put it all together and I'll show you how this works out. Okay, well, we got our oven set at 350 degrees. I got my bread all ready to go. We're just going to pop it in up to 10 minutes. Just keep an eye on it, make sure it doesn't get too brown. Make sure that we get this all nice and toasty and ready to go. Now we're going to brown up our meat and our onions. Make sure that your onions, you want to make sure they get good and cooked through. So I'm just going to put a touch of oil on there and get those onions started first. The meat's going to cook really fast. So we got our half an onion in here. If I can get her all out of there. Now just real quick while those are getting cooked through, did want to suggest that in case you didn't have time to put together a marinade, or if you didn't have all the stuff, a little bit of steak sauce soaked in this meat works just as good. I just like to prepare mine myself, but a little bit of steak sauce goes a long ways. Soak it in that and it'll do just as good. Okay, we're getting to the point where our onions are starting to get soft, starting to get browned up a little bit. Your meat's going to cook really quick at a high temperature. I keep my stove on high because this venison's going to cook really fast. Alrighty, we're just about done here. The meat's getting brown. Our bread is nice and toasted. We'll take our meat off the heat, and then we're going to go ahead and put her together. Alright, last little bit of preparation. We're going to take our meat and we're going to go ahead and make our bites now. Real easy, just take your meat and spread it evenly across the top of your bread here. Once you get the meat over on the top of the piece of bread, I did use some smoked provolone cheese. You can use whatever kind you like. This just happens to be the ones that I like. And then just go ahead and cover the top of the meat. Once those are all built, just going to walk back through and cover them with a little bit of ground pepper. Now we're all ready to cook these off. Like I said, 5 to 10 minutes. Keep an eye on them. The cheese melts quick. As soon as the cheese is done, it's ready to serve. Okay, I left these in for 7 minutes. And look at that. They look delicious. Alright, that's it. I guess it's approved by the guys. We're going to dive into this. Like I said, if you're looking for something quick and easy to make with some of that leftover venison you got right before the season starts, think about whipping up some of this for the guys. Guaranteed, fat kid tested and approved.